Well, I made it. I am 3 years post liver transplant. I survived the entire ordeal. I was diagnosed with cirrhosis in July of 2022. I'd felt I'd start feeling horrible a few months prior to that, and I got my transplant in March of 2023. So my suffering was roughly 9 months. Um, don't get me wrong, it was hell. But I've made it to the other side and I live a healthy, wonderful life right now. When I say healthy, you might scratch your head because I am overweight. Um, this is my next challenge. You see, when I was sick with liver disease, my appetite completely went away and I wasted down a lot. And I was thin. I lost a lot of muscle as well. When you're very sick with liver disease, you don't feel like eating anything. And so I had close to a year, maybe a little longer, with the loss of appetite, where I wasn't eating that much. And then suddenly they go in and they replace your largest solid organ inside your body that controls a lot of your metabolism, and they replace it with a perfectly healthy one, and your hunger comes roaring back, and boy did mine ever. I mean, look at me. So it's fine. I feel great. I'm alive. My labs are phenomenal. But now it's time to focus on the weight because my appetite came back really hard. Um, Now, my entire life, I mean, I'm a larger frame person. I'm about 6 foot tall, and I've been slightly overweight my entire life. There have been periods where I was a lot overweight, like I am now. Um, I don't know medically what it is, if it's because my body is just that way, if it's my addictive personality. Of course, you know, I had that with alcohol, right? I drank enough alcohol to make my liver fail. Um, but it's time to focus, and now I just started yesterday. I started with the Ozempic, and we're going to give that a try. And I believe the Ozempic, having a glucagon peptide like agonist uh, inside my body could bring me closer to a normal weight person in terms of physiology, um, being hungry, slowing my stomach emptying, etc. Um, I'm not a medical doctor. I have a theory that people who are always thin um, and seem to be able to eat what they want and not have to watch things closely, I think their body has different um, chemistry or different metabolism where they probably have more GLP-1 agonists inside their body or more GLP-1 inside their body. So they probably feel full faster. They probably handle sugar and carbs and insulin and glucose responses are probably better. And I think the GLP-1 here kind of levels the playing field and kind of gets me towards that physiology that people have that don't have my weight problem. Um, I don't think it's a cop out or cheating by trying the Ozempic. Um, in fact, I think it's going to be a good thing for me. There have been points in time of my life where I have gotten thin, liver failure aside. I've gotten thin and healthy. And yes, of course, exercise is a big part. I exercise right now. I just got back from the gym today. I have a health club membership, and I'm in shape in that regard. But it also took extreme willpower to really overcome the hunger pains constantly. Um, and it really wasn't sustainable. I was thin for about a year and a half, and I wanted to start eating lunch out with my coworkers and eating what they eat. I probably just had bigger portions or whatever, and I slowly gained the weight back. So eventually, the willpower can only go so far, um, and I got heavy again. But um, so I'm hoping this works. So far, this is day one. I injected last night, about a half hour after dinner. I haven't noticed any side effects. Um, the food noise is starting to slow down. That's a big thing that people notice with a GLP-1 is the food noise, always thinking about food. That often stops. They're also finding that people desire less alcohol and nicotine and gambling. It messes with your reward pathway. Not messes with, it modifies. So it can potentially help a lot of people. But basically, how I've lived since the last 3 years of transplant is I've always been hungry. Always. I could eat a full meal and still be hungry after. And this is what happens when that is happening to you. And also, sweets craving. Um, a lot of people that drank heavily for years and then quit also find that uh, sweets is a substitute for that reward that alcohol used to give. And of course, I've always had a sweet tooth as well. So the sweets cravings, the always hungry despite being full, the type 2 diabetes, which has been brought on by weight but exacerbated by my anti-rejection medication, um, is just also messes with your glucose and your insulin, and when those get all out of whack, you crave even more food and more sugar. So I'm hoping to get things line all in alignment for better health in 2026. So I'll keep you posted on how my Ozempic experience is going. I started last night with the 0.25 milligram starter dose. Um, right now, Novo is having a special this month. It expires end of March. The starting dose for paying out of pocket is $199, and of course, I have to pay out of pocket because even though I have type 2 diabetes from the anti-rejection drugs and being overweight, uh, my kidneys look great, and so I'm not sick enough for insurance to cover it, which is a crying shame because I really think that if more people were on this, there'd be a lot more preventable diseases that in the long run would probably cost insurance companies even more. Um, if there was a GLP-1 20 years ago and I started it, I would have been thinner, my metabolic health would have been better, and who knows, I probably wouldn't have craved alcohol as a reward as much, and I may never have needed a liver transplant. So there you go, insurance company. You had to pay like $1 million to replace my liver. So I'm grateful, but still, preventative medicine is always better. Anyway, I'm rambling here. I hope everybody's doing well, and thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I'm gonna have videos like this, some more kind of scripted out videos where I read a story. If there are any questions, please comment. I'm happy to discuss um, my whole journey. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.